And in today's video, we're answering a question again from the great Zach Zamora. And the second part of what he wrote was a question on what beginners should focus on before their first competition, as he's going to do Easter swing this year now, because the message was wrote last year. Hello everybody, it's Philippe de Brouws here, and a huge welcome to my channel. On this channel, I help people get better at dance, and I specialize in West Coast swing and solo dance. And I've got influences in styles like ballet, contemporary, hip hop, house, and more. So, first of all, we're going to be looking at this from the perspective of his first competition, so it'll be the novice division. And this is my opinion, and this will be for leaders and followers, a lot of these tips. So my first tip is, first of all, to enjoy yourself, have fun. If you look really nervous and scared and the face is like this, obviously that's going to take away from your partner enjoying it and also from the people watching. So that's the first tip for both of you leaders and followers. And also I would say is to have good technique. So for example, think about the follower's job is to move from A to B, and the leader's job is kind of like framing that. They would begin the lead and then move out the way, allow the follower to pass through, step back in, and so on before they lead that next pattern. Followers, that you're thinking you're coming from A, you're going to go to B, like this, following whatever you're being suggested to follow, like this. And obviously if it's a sugar push, you'll be going from here and then back to where you were before. So that's another thing for you to keep in mind. Also, we think about things like foot placement. I've seen people, like this, throwing that foot like this, and 1 and 2. Again, let's think about maybe keeping that foot maybe along, keeping contact with the ground or close to the ground, and stepping like this, more smooth, like that as our leader. And I was doing that as a follower there. So doing that as our leader, keeping that foot like that, in contact with the ground or slightly off the ground, you could do as well. And the same for the followers as well. As we're dancing, we might well be tracking along the ground. I like doing the ball to a heel lead personally, but there's different ways we can do that as followers, but that's a good way to start, I would say. And also think about that rolling count as well. So you might want to think about obviously being on time, very important. So you can think about the music, we're having downbeats and upbeats. So it'll be boom and ka, boom, ka, or 1, 2, 3, 4. The upbeat is that stronger sound, the snare sound, which is slightly louder. And so we can mark our dancing through the downbeat and the upbeat. And we start our patterns on the downbeats, the odd numbers, if you like your numbers. So I might be going like this: 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, and 6, and a 1, 2, 3, and 4. And as a follower, I'll be going and a 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, and a 6, and a 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, and a 6. So that's how we're being on time. I'm also thinking about striking on that front of the foot. Either it's moving down on the count or hitting on the count and then following through the rest of the count. So rather than hitting 1 on the heel, and then you haven't really got much more space to go, I think about hitting the 1. Either the 1 hits and I'm on the way down, or it's touching here and then the rest is developing throughout the count. That can help you have a nice smooth look to your dance. And of course, I'd also suggest to look at each other and smile as you're dancing, because you're having fun, engaging with each other. So I would say keep it nice and clean. Don't throw in too many complicated things. Don't try new things in the middle of a competition floor because you might both mess up. So yeah, if you're both just dancing together, having fun, nice and clean, I think you'll do well in the competitions. I would love to invite you to subscribe to this channel by clicking on the subscribe button below, and just above there's a little bell icon, and that will help you to get notified when videos are available. And if you're interested, I offer private coaching. This can be via Zoom or another medium, and we can talk things through with you. We can watch you dancing, give you tips and advice. I can dance as well. Or we can watch your videos and talk through those as well with annotations and so on. So if that sounds good to you, you're very welcome to contact me for more information. So those are my tips, very quick tips for dancing your first competition, whether that's novice. Even these tips could be used for newcomer, but newcomer obviously is less experienced people, so these tips might not necessarily all apply. Also, I'd love to invite you to watch this next video, which is looking at the basic whip in West Coast swing. What a great move. Enjoy it.